We have a YouTube studio right here in the town that Disney built, and hoping you guys can hear what I'm saying. But anyway, one of my dear friends, clients, Adam the Woo, had passed away. That made a lot of the. Now you can hear. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you for letting me know. So what we do every week on a Monday night is we talk about all things celebration, and I would be remiss to not initially bring up how much we're going to miss Adam the Woo, Adam Williams. He is resident of Celebration. I'll share with you that Adam's videos, he has probably over 1 million, I know, people that follow him on YouTube. He was one of the original, the OG YouTubers. And Adam had catchphrases that people loved, you know, getting a piping hot caffeinated beverage, and you would see him walking out of Starbucks quite a bit in downtown Celebration, wherever he was traveling around the world. And Adam's story was over 15 years ago. He decided to go out in his van, and he was going to record a daily vlog, a video log, and people followed along with his story every day. And there were very few days that he missed. And he would do things like maybe going to theme parks, or he loved baseball diamonds. I know he loved the Tampa Bay baseball team. And he just had this really great, let's go and see things together. And many times I remember him being across the street in an abandoned area outside of Celebration, not in Celebration. And I had called him and said, Adam, you need to get out there. There's dogs that are chasing him, because he had gone live that day. And I said, otherwise, do you need me to come pick you up? Hey, Barbara Daniel, thank you. But Adam was only 51 years old. He had a very full life, and he was so well loved. And I can tell you, as we walked through our beloved town of Celebration, anytime I was with him, at least 3 people would be screaming out of their cars, Adam the Woo, Adam the Woo. He was so super likable. Hey, Karen K, thank you for watching too. Adam the Woo. So many people have been asking, because people had been bringing flowers and they were bringing coffee cups, because I don't know if my microphone was working at that time, but one of Adam's catchphrases was, I'm going to go get a hot piping caffeinated beverage. And he would say things like, join me, shall you? And just lovely, lovely, lovely man. So I wanted to, yes, Karen K said he will truly be missed 1000%. So the family, his mom and dad, his dad is a pastor, retired pastor, and his lovely sister, Faith. What a great name for a daughter, Faith, right? We all believe in heaven, and we believe that Adam is there. So one thing that we are working on, because I'm sure, as you can imagine, it's very overwhelming with everything that's going on with the family. One thing we are working on is, in Celebration, there is a memorial garden that is beautiful. It's back by where Artisan Park is, and the Boy Scouts have historically taken care of this area. And we're going to have a plaque made for Adam. The family is going to be deciding what's going to be on that plaque. And that way people can go. There's benches that are there. Hey, Barbara, Adam is absolutely in heaven. 1000%. 1000%. Believe that. Believe that. Where there's benches, it's back at the corner of Nash, Nash, and Celebration Avenue. Now, we'll share with you, it takes about 5 months before the next rotation of new plaques that go in there. And then I want to believe that, I think it's the first Saturday in November, they do a gathering where people that have passed that year have loved ones that come, and there's a speaker, usually somebody playing guitar. People can get up and speak. And so I would imagine there's going to be several people that had the honor of knowing, hey, Elijah, that had the honor of knowing Adam will want to know more about that. There's some other things that possibly might be in the works, but honestly, the first most important thing is to make sure that the parents, the sister, that internal circle is taken care of. And of course, funeral services are still in process. There may be a big event that's going to be on the West Coast, but as far as celebration goes, as of right now, we're talking about the Memorial Garden. So, Adam, I love you. I can't thank you enough for your friendship. I will maybe even start talking about daily things to help people moving here because you've inspired me to do that. You encouraged me to do that too. So you will not be forgotten. I can promise you that, my friend. Love you dearly. And thank you to everybody that sent texts to me too, knowing that he was a friend. And it was, I love him dearly. All right, so let's talk about some more things that are going on in celebration. There's a lovely group that is getting together. Edward, let's see if I can pop that up so you can see my face a little bit more. Thank you, Heather. Oh, hey, Heather. Thanks for watching. Celebration Art Circle. So how many artists are out there? Adam would love this. How many artists are out there? So a friend of mine, Edward, and a group of people are going to be doing something cool Friday, January 9th. So that's this Friday from 10 a.m. until noon. 10 a.m. till noon. And guess where it's going to be? Right across from that Starbucks that I was talking about in downtown Celebration, right across from it's kind of like the Starbucks and the tavern. You know what I'm talking about? It's right lakeside. So what they would like you to do is for you to bring your art supplies, your easels, all that kind of good stuff, and be in community. Heather, actually, I think that would be cool for you to be involved in if you were able to make it. But on Friday, this Friday, 10 a.m. until noon, look for Edward. It's called the Celebration Art Circle. It's free to join. Don't you love that? The weather's going to be great. You're going to join some other people that'll be in your tribe. Yeah. And that's coming up this Friday. Now, there's some other cool stuff coming up as early as I want to say tomorrow. If you guys have not had the opportunity to meet Elise, I think, especially after the first of the year, we start talking about New Year's resolution and we start thinking more so maybe about our health. And a really great lady by the name of Elise, who has lots of great training, she is sharing that training changes as we get older. And so she is offering a free course tomorrow, January 6th, that's Tuesday, from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. at Heritage Hall. Heritage Hall is the building that's in South Village. So that's actually not too far away from the Memorial Garden that I had talked about. And so what you want to do is she's going to be talking about why many traditional workouts stop feeling effective over time and how to better understand your body, evolve your current training, get started. I can tell you she is fantastic, but it's going to be a guided session that introduces something called the Age Strong Blueprint. The Age Strong Blueprint. And like I said, it's complimentary tomorrow. It is not a workout class. It's an educational movement experience. How cool is that? And you know what else is super cool? And I hope I put that flyer here. I think I did. Yes, I did. Good. So Elise and I have been talking about wouldn't it be cool to have a walking lab? Now, she is a professional. And so what she's going to be doing starting on Mondays at 2 p.m., starting 1 week from today, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. We're going to start right at 2 o'clock. You're going to see me there too. Celebration. You're going to join us near the park by Deer Woods Road. Actually, I put the intersection. It's kind of Oak Shadows, Deer Woods, that park that is also this little section over here. But the most important thing for you to see right now is this mindful walking lab. It's a guided, low pressure walking experience that blends simple education with real-time integration. So bring your walking shoes. It's $15 per person for this, which I think is excellent. You can pay in cash or you can Venmo or Zelle her. Drop-ins are welcome. Session's going to start promptly at 2 o'clock. We're going to be done at 3 o'clock. The weather is fantastic. It's a great way for you to meet some of your neighbors. It's a great way to get out and about. For those of you that don't know, Celebration has, gosh, well over 25 miles of walking and biking paths. And what a great way to get some education from Elise telling you, okay, when you're walking, here's a couple of things that you need to be conscious about. Oh, I'm hearing some more people. Somebody's saying hola. Oh, very good. Who's saying hi? Okay, very good. Too bad I have to work. Well, we're going to have to schedule some more other times too. Spencer, hello. Hola, Kim. Greetings from Four Seasons at Mystic Dunes. Thank you, Spencer. We love the Four Seasons product. Sue Koptiev on our team has really put her arms around those products, and we definitely can speak well of how wonderful that area is. So thank you, Spencer, for watching. We appreciate that. What else is coming up, you guys? There's so much to talk about. Okay, here we go. All right, let's talk about dogs, because we love our dogs around here, right? We do. So this has been an annual event, Celebration Pups and Pints, and that is going to be happening not this Saturday. Oh, you love calling Sue your neighbor. I love that, Spencer. Thank you for saying that. She's the best. Celebration Pups and Pints is an event for the dogs right here in Celebration. So it's not this Saturday, it's next Saturday. So I want you to start getting ready for that if you've got a doggy. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. You would know that a Disney town, which is loving Goofy, and we've got Pluto and all that kind of good stuff. Matter of fact, I have a dog that's asleep right beside me. My dad's dog, Missy Elliott, is asleep right here in the studio. And so there's a costume contest, there's games and activities, there's a photo booth, there's food and drink. There is a beer garden to encourage, I guess, some people to have your pints while you bring your pups. There's a DJ, there's vendors, there's adoption available if you don't have a pet. So that is Lakeside, January 17th. Now, that day is a pretty busy day, and I want to share with you. Let's see if we can get this up here. Yes. Okay. So that morning, not this Saturday, next Saturday, you've got Pups and Pints. Now, there's something else I want to make sure you're aware of, because it's got limited seats, and let's see, limited seats, and you may want to know about it. Okay, here we go. There we go. Yes, okay. So who are we looking at here? Okay, dear friends of mine, there is an event January 17th. If you go to Eventbrite, how many people have heard of JD Vance, Vice President JD Vance? Well, JD Vance's bonus mom, I'm a bonus mom. I have Christopher in my life. So some people say stepmoms, I always say bonus mom. But she's a friend of mine. Her name is Cheryl Bowman. She's written a book. And there is a pastor that many people know from Celebration that now lives in Texas, and his name is Bill Vanderbush. They both are authors. They both write about hope, and there is an event. There's very few tickets that are available. Like I said, it's free for admission, but you have to have a reservation. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to Eventbrite. Let me see if I can put this down here a little bit. In this corner, you know how Eventbrite, 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 and I want you to type in Cheryl Bowman, Bowman, Celebration, Bill Vanderbush, however you can get there. And this event is at Artisan Park Clubhouse, January 17th. That's not this Saturday, next Saturday. It goes from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So there's going to be an opportunity for you to buy books or bring your books if you like, so you can get them signed. But like I said, it's a limited number of seats, and I know that a good portion of people have already taken up some of those seats. So if you have an interest, they both are very inspiring. Their messages create a lot of hope. Spencer. Oh, Spencer, I lived in Florida in the early 1990s and vividly recall your work at Church Street Station. Well, thank you. Thank you. Boy, you're right. I've been around for a long time. So, what Spencer is talking about, I was in charge of marketing for Church Street Station in downtown Orlando for about 5 years and public relations, marketing, advertising. It was one of the best times of my life, Spencer. So, Rod and I got to enjoy the Church Street Station family. They used to call them the Good Time Gang. And we would host a lot of concerts that were there. We would have World Cup, some of the semifinals were there when I was there as well. And boy, love Church Street Station. So thank you. Thank you for that. All right. Yes, one of your favorites too. Thank you. All right. So what have we talked about already? We have talked about Pups and Pints is coming up not this Saturday, next Saturday. Vice President J.D. Vance's stepmom is going to be with us. I've actually written a song for her book that she has. And like I said, her book is all about hope. And I have a special singer coming in that night to sing the song. It'll be a song release, Kristen Tucker. If you guys remember Kristen, she's got awesome voice. And we're going to be debuting the song with the book. Who knows? At some point, it might become a movie. And then, of course, Bill Vanderbush, lots of great books. What a beautiful person. He and his wife, Tracy, will be joining us. And I encourage you to lock up one of those seats, okay? Now, what we like to do is I want to tell you what the scoop of the day is. The scoop of the day. Don't forget about Scoop and Celebrations Island Village. Remember, you want to drive past the high school. You want to go back to 2155 Celebration Boulevard. And Amy and Chris Brevard, they are beautiful people that own this place. Small business owners always want to encourage people to go and check out, especially when their product is so great. They have the best ice cream. It's homemade. They even have the non-sugar added ice cream. They have the gluten-free ice cream, but they do something on Tuesday nights. So tomorrow night, it's called Taco Tuesdays, and they're going to do this for the year. It's $5. Hi, Tara. It's $5 ice cream taco specials. And so if you can imagine the size of a taco, waffle taco, and they fill it with lots and lots of ice cream from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Taco Tuesdays. And I want to say they're doing some more stuff. They are doing a pint sale. So if you buy anything at full price, you can get a pint of ice cream to take home for $5 only. So buy something at full price and then take a pint of your favorite ice cream. And then they are also doing family deal specials, scoops of fun await. You're going to buy 3 regular scoops of ice cream, receive 1 free. You got to say that you heard it on Near Disney YouTube channel in order to get that, okay? So don't forget to say Near Disney YouTube channel, and then you will be able to enjoy that. Anybody have any questions thus far? Am I going too fast? I know I got back and I have so much stuff to report on, but I think it's really important. I do know that the porch and yard sale for Celebration is coming up March 1st. Now, I know that sounds like it's pretty far away, but it's not, because today is January 5th. And so if you start, this is what I would recommend. There's a wonderful woman by the name of Daniela Bellavati, and I hire her periodically to come into my house, and I say, can you help me make sure that, thank you, Spencer, perfect content, perfect pace. I appreciate you. Everything in your home, does it have its own home? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know where you put your keys? Do you know where you put your notebooks? Do you have a place where your shoes go? All that kind of good stuff. Sometimes when my life gets really crazy and I start putting stuff everywhere, I feel like I'm kind of out of sorts. And so if you ever need somebody like that, Daniela, she does it as a job, but that's something that you might want to consider hiring her. So my telephone number is 407-808-9845. If you ever want her information, I'd be happy to pass that along to you. But in the interim, what you can be doing is prepping for the porch and yard sale. So one idea that somebody gave me a long time ago, and I think it's very helpful, hopefully it'll be helpful to you too, is that maybe there's a bathtub somewhere in your house you're not using. And that's the case, sometimes what they say is every day from now until then, just take items that you think you're not using, or maybe you could bless somebody else with, put it in a bathtub, and before you know it, you got a whole bunch of stuff. And then you'll be like, either you want to participate in the porch and yard sale, or maybe you have things that you want to give to embrace celebration, or all kinds of good stuff. Sometimes people will decide that they want to sell stuff, and so that would make sense on getting ready for the porch and yard sale. Now, one big thing that I really too want to make sure nobody misses, and I've got to pull it up because it's on Eventbrite as well, but there is a wine stroll. I want to talk about this. I think nobody wants to miss this, and there's a limited number of tickets for this as well. Okay, so let's share this screen so you can see this as well. Let's see, share screen. Give me 1 second, and they will put this up here so that you can see this too. All right. So the wonderful Women's Club, Celebration has a women's club, and these ladies are fantastic. What they do, they're constantly looking for good causes so that we can have fun, raise money, and then give the money to the good causes. And this cause is the Hope the Center. It's a home for people that may be in abusive relationships, and they're protected. It's in Kissimmee. We did this event for the first time last year, raised over $10,000. And that money went to help them buy new furniture for this place. Well, this year they told us they need some commercial size stoves. And so once again, this wonderful Celebration Women's Club has decided that we want to partner with an amazing company. If you haven't been to the Wine Imperium and met Leanne Murrell, the owner there, I will tell you she's got one of the biggest hearts, and they have once again are going to be partnering with us, where on February the 11th, right before Valentine's Day. So this is a great Valentine's gift if you haven't thought about what you want to get somebody. So it's 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on that night. It's a Wednesday night, February 11th. You would be able to go to the Wine Imperium. You've got to buy tickets in advance, though, because this thing sold out last year. We have tickets for sale as of right now on Eventbrite. So you need to go there, and you need to look for the QR code and purchase your tickets. Get tickets. You'll see a little get ticket sign. But let me talk to you what's going to happen. You're going to dress so that you've got some comfortable shoes, and then you're going to be able to visit 4 homes. Barbara Daniel, Leanne is a gift to humanity. I adore her. I agree, Barbara. She's so fantastic. I just saw her. Now, the Wine Imperium, she's lovely, and she's married to one of the Five Guys, the restaurant that's like the fastest growing hamburger place in the country, I think. And so she decided, I want to do something on my own. And her son helps her, and Joey is one of the managers there. But the Wine Emporium is right in the heart of downtown Celebration. This event is also going to offer a non-alcoholic beverage too, for those who do not drink wine. But for those who do like wine, you're going to have the most incredible experience that night. So what will happen is we will be walking up and down Long Meadow, which if you haven't seen Long Meadow in the main village of Celebration, you're missing out. And what we're going to do is we're going to break groups into like groups of 25, 26 people, 4 groups, and they're going to be able to go to 4 different homes up and down Long Meadow, Greenbrier, where that beautiful park area is. If you haven't heard my stories about one of the most beautiful locations in all of Celebration, it is on Longmeadow. Longmeadow has different parks. They have Savannah Square, where there's a beautiful fountain. You might have heard me tell the story of how my girlfriend Nandy Town, who's also the co-chair of this event, decorated that for Christmas, and we did Christmas carols. Then you have Longmeadow Park, and then that connects to a park called the Hippodrome. So 3 parks side by side in the main village of Celebration. That is the area. So we're going to walk to one house. You'll have somebody, we call it the wine stroll. We say take flight, wine flight, but you're also going to have some people that are kind of like pilots, airline host type of people that are going to escort you to these different homes. And the themes are going to be everything from African wines with some African music, with an African type of appetizer. Then you'll go to the next house, which might be European wines, European type of appetizer, European type of music. I know Kathleen O'Leary and Dr. O'Leary are involved this year. Their gorgeous home. I believe Petey Billick is involved. She's up on Greenbrier. Her home is absolutely gorgeous. It was part of a couple of movies that were filmed in Celebration by John Bukowski, who did A Christmas Karen. And then Wendy Shaw, who has a gorgeous home once again on Longmeadow. And so different, and Nandy Town and Dawn Town are involved in this as well. So 4 different homes, 4 different wine tastings with a little appetizer with some music. Then you come back to the gorgeous wine imperium, which, by the way, Leanne is donating all the wine. She's donating all the wine that night, so that every bit of money that we can is going to go to Help Now. I think I called it the Hope Center, but Help Now. Help Now is the organization that we're working with. And then there's going to be baskets that are there, silent auction items, so that by the end of the evening, hopefully, prayerfully, we'll be able to raise enough money so Help Now will be able to get their stoves. So please, once again, go to Eventbrite now if you can, or buy some tickets for a friend, because you know it's a good cause. The tickets are $85 a ticket. It's well worth every penny. I think by the time you pay the Eventbrite fee, it might be $92.55 a ticket, but for less than $200 for 2 people, you're going to have an excellent, excellent time, or you're going to be able to bless somebody with a great ticket. Okay. So if you guys wouldn't mind helping me to share this information, I would greatly appreciate it, because we want to get that event sold out. Now, one of the biggest questions I get asked each week is about the real estate market here. And so what I have done is I have looked, and of course it timed out, but we're going to recreate it for you. What's going on with the real estate market and Celebration? Actually, what I can do is I can tell you, because I've already done the data. So in Celebration, as of right now, there's only 96 listings total, everything from condos to estates. And you know that Elijah and I have been doing this show for over 2 years, and I can tell you that is very, very low inventory. The people that live in Celebration do not like to leave Celebration. They move around Celebration. Rod and I have moved around Celebration over the course, because we're on the 30th anniversary of Celebration now. We've moved around 7 times. That's not unusual. And so in normal days, we would see about 440 homes that would be up for sale. So for now, only 96. And then of the 96, I've seen 16 touch points in the last 7 days, 16, of which 6 new listings have come up, 7 pended. So what does that tell me? More's coming off of the market than going on the market. So if that number keeps dwindling, it becomes even more difficult to be able to get in here. And 3 sold. 3 solds. Okay. So I do know there's an excellent, excellent property that is back in Island Village that one of my team members has 1858 Island Village Way. If somebody's interested and asking me what would be a good property to purchase, that's a townhouse with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and it can be purchased for $589,000. It has a 2-car garage. It looks brand new. The owner even has a Tesla charger already included. I think he's got a vacuum that's in the garage to take care of his car because he's meticulous on the inside. But that is a very nice property that was built in 2022, and it looks brand new. The monthly fees on that townhouse are very low as well. They're only $448 a month. That's super, super low for Celebration. And that location is super close to the Island Village Clubhouse. And that clubhouse is fabulous. It's got a fitness room. They also have a fitness path that you can go around this lake and do your pull-ups and your push-ups. Remember, we were talking about this is the time to get back thinking about health and all that good stuff. Spencer's asking, will there be a community pool back in that next phase? This property that I'm talking about now, Spencer, there's a beautiful pool that's back there. And this property, 1858 Island Village Way, is super close to that pool area. And they have a wonderful recreation area there too. All right, guys, I know I always try to say I'd like to keep it to no more than 30 minutes, and I've already run over. But I will share with you on Wednesday nights. My Realtor Dream Team does a great job. They talk about the 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle. And you don't want to miss that. I learned so much from them. I'm very blessed to have such a great team. And then on Fridays, we do an evergreen show. You know, our evergreen show this past Friday was on about our friend Adam the Woo and the impact that he had. And so if you haven't gotten a chance to check out those videos, please do so. You just go to Near Disney YouTube channel. And then look, we have, well over 1,000 videos that we've done. And would love for you to join, subscribe, like, do what you got to do, stay in touch with us. But if you see me out and about, I just wanted to say Happy New Year. This is going to be an amazing, amazing year. 2026, got to put our mindset towards it. Be kind, of course, to one another. You know, that one of the biggest things that Walt Disney was talking about when he was creating, thank you, Tara, when he was creating the theme parks and the idea of the town that he wanted to put together was he wanted families to have great joy. Great joy. So I'm going to be doing a series this year looking for people that create great joy. And I also have a lot of team members that are growing that are hosts for the Near Disney YouTube channel. You're going to be seeing some new faces this year. And of course, you know, the Bellavati brothers have been doing a great job too. And you're probably going to see Buddy. You know, Buddy the Golden Retriever, who is our mascot at Pups and Pints. So if you see us out and about, please say hi. Don't forget to go check out the free service that Elise is offering tomorrow at the Heritage Hall. And, you know, hopefully a week from today, January 12th at 2:00, I'll be able to see you walking around Celebration because I plan on going to that and supporting her. I'm a big supporter of Elise's too. All right. Thank you guys. I'm seeing lots of hearts, lots of love. Appreciate all you guys very much. And Barbara Daniel says, I'm married to a joy maker, Mark Daniel. Barbara, do me a favor. Text me. You see my number 407-808-9845 and tell me why you think Mark is a joy maker. And you never know, he might be on this show because I think if you recommend it, that's a really good recommendation. All right, guys. Hope to see you soon. Take care. Enjoy this weather while you can too.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's Castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.